So I started off by getting the train, then in Galway I got my ferry tickets and made my way to Rossaville, where I got the ferry over to Inishmore Island. You can see a lighthouse in the distance. These are the seats on the ferry. That's the ferry I got, and this is the glamping site that I stayed in. I got the campsite at the back and I pitched up my tent. This is Inishmore, the little village. There you can see the lifeboat and the little beach and the dive centre in the background. Here's back just a bit of drone footage of the glamping site, camping site. This was a horse and carriage just in the village, and then I went diving. This was the highlight, and this was the reason I went to Inishmore. Employee of the year. Just acting the maggot. That's my dive cylinder and my setup all ready to go. And on the rib out to Gregory Sound, I think was the name of the dive site. We did 17 meters in depth.
2, 3.
And then there was a countdown, and in we went. We always do our buddy check bar, so your buoyancy, A for air, and R for release clips. So once our buddy check was done and everything, obviously we went in and we came back up again. So we dived down. As you can see, it's pretty clear. Tiny little fish that you can see. Unfortunately, my GoPro doesn't last past a certain depth, and I lost all the good footage, but I did see some pretty cool fish, bigger than those ones. There you can see just a few bubbles. That's probably about 6 meters down. We did 17, so you can see it's pretty cool looking up and just seeing the reflection of the sun and just the image of other bodies diving above. Really great fun, highly recommend it. The Aran Islands. Then we came back up, and there you can see just a little jellyfish. It's pretty cool with the sun reflecting on it. And that was it, dive done. And then of course I asked for a sneaky jump in. They either thought I was crazy or cool, I'm not too sure which it was. And then it was back on the boat and back to the island. Just another bit of a snippet of the campsite. Now you can see my tent is in the back. Got a bike. It was raining on the first day, so I couldn't make it to the wormhole. So I tried again after my dive, and that's the reason I got the bike. So I did make it back. More snippets. There was a seagull of the campsite. The water really was crystal clear. What a day. So I arrived on the Saturday and it was raining, and then on the Sunday I woke up and it was scorching, marvelous day. There you can see I'm just making my way out to the wormhole. This was the coastal route that I did on the Sunday. I ran the other route, it's a little bit more hilly, the day before. Here you can see I am heading up, and then this is the wormhole. It's like one of those places you have to get to. It was on my bucket list for a long time, so I finally made it. It's quite tricky to make it down, so you'd want to time the tides and everything right, and you wouldn't want to get yourself caught in and not being able to make yourself up again. Make your way back up again. So here you can see just an aerial view of it. It really is like a perfect swimming pool, rock formation swimming pool. There were a few other people there as well, so that was pretty cool. Wasn't on my own. I didn't have a wetsuit though. But the water was pretty warm. That was summer. So I made my way down there. It's quite tricky to get down. Once you're down, it's pretty cool.
What? Guys, if you want to jump off the top, as long as you don't let my GoPro go, I'll get a video.
No.
You're not going again?
I already lost the GoPro.
Oh, really?
And this is my first jump. It's meant to be quite deep in the wormhole. I don't know exactly how deep, but it is pretty deep. I highly recommend wearing shoes. Just the rocks would cut your feet to pieces if you were barefoot. Just messing, diving under. Yeah, I jumped off the smaller jump. It was still pretty big. It always looked big from the top. If I ever go back, I suppose I'll try the higher one. This is where the Red Bull cliff jumping happened in Ireland. And there's just a pretty cool view. Yeah, so the rocks or the stones are pretty unique. I think it's like limestone or something that's formed many years ago. There's the little sign to the wormhole. It's quite tricky to find the place. There's like these little red arrows painted on rocks. And you just follow them and hope for the best. It's a good 20-minute walk from the signpost that says the wormhole. So it does take a bit to find it. But once you've done it once, it's not too bad. It's like anyone that goes to the island is probably on a mission trying to get to the wormhole, because it's so weird. Like, you're in the middle of nowhere and these people just like pop out from all over the place. So this was the first day I ran there. It was raining, as you can see. That was on the Saturday. And there's a little horse. And really nice place to go for a run. That's just running through the main street. And this is me packed up and ready to head back to the ferry. My last morning, left pretty early, got up early, went for another run, and then I made my way back down to the ferry, dropped the bike back to the bike shop. Aran Island bike hire. Great bunch. That's the Aran lifeboat. I think they must have been called out on a call, so it was pretty cool watching them come back into the harbour. There you can see they're just getting ready. To park the boat. That's the lighthouse on the island across the way. As you can see, the water is just amazing. That's the ferry we got. I just got a little video of it. And that's just another snippet of the rib. There's an airplane. Loads of airplanes. That's my little campsite. As you can see, Aran Island bike hire. And my kit with me. That's just a little laundry van I thought was pretty cool. The seal sanctuary. There's just a little horse and cart. I thought this was pretty cool. You don't see this sort of thing every day. Really lovely country roads with like these stone walls that must have taken such a long time to build. There's the campsite at night. You can see it's pretty cool with the lighting. Really lovely place. There you can see that's my tent from the inside now. On the first night it was raining. everything was wet, and then I woke up the next morning and everything was dry and the sun was shining. That was just a little dog in the campsite, and that's me just acting the maggot. Campsite again, so cool. And that's it.